But before we begin, I just want to acknowledge that I'm currently seated on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded land of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh nations. I know that many of you are in the land of other nations. So if you'd like, please feel free to write those nation names in the chat. And always, let us remember our connection to our siblings in these nations and pray for the day in which we might be together in right relationship. Welcome. Welcome to Living Interfaith. Know that the whole of you is welcome. You are not asked to leave who you are in your own home. Please bring who you are in with you to this community today. But what you are asked to remember is that others here today have brought who they are into this community with them as well. And all of goodwill are welcome. And now we'll sing our opening song.
Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving, ours is no caravan of despair. Come yet again, come. Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, lovers of leaving, ours is no caravan of despair. Come yet again, come. Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lovers of leaving, ours is no caravan of despair. Come yet again, come.
Hey, thank you all. So now I'm just going to share some announcements. The Living Interfaith Council would like to invite each and every one of you to a listening circle following our next service on February 17th. So this is an exciting opportunity to share your ideas and help shape the direction of our services and our community life going forward. This is a way we can grow together to better meet your interests and needs in this community. So one way you can participate currently is to sign up to say a candle lighting prayer, lead our joint affirmation, or even lead the worship at one of our upcoming services. So if you'd like to do that, I'm going to go ahead and put that link in the chat. And it's also World Interfaith Harmony Week. So there's lots of exciting events coming up here locally in Vancouver. As I mentioned earlier, several of our Baha'i members are at one today. So I'm going to put a link to those in the chat as well. And I'd just like to highlight a couple of them, including the Interfaith dinner this evening at the Ahmadiyya Muslim Mosque in Delta, where I believe Dorothy will be going, and a compassionate listening workshop with our own Reverend Kathy Merchant on Monday, February 5th, and also a solidarity walk on Wednesday, February 7th. So I'll put those in the chat. And finally, the Multi-Faith Action Society, of which I'm a board member, is planning an exciting interfaith storytelling event on Saturday, February 17th at the Spirit of Life Lutheran Church, which is in the Vancouver area near the Broadway City Hall SkyTrain station. The theme is Strangers Becoming Friends, and there will be various story circles, a crafts table, and more. So admission is free, but we're accepting donations to support a large Afghan refugee family. And space is limited, so it's good to register early if you're interested. And I'll put that link in the chat as well. So now I'm going to lead our opening prayer. And this is an Amatsu Norito, which was translated from Japanese into Portuguese and then into English. So it might not be exactly equal to the original. Spirits of purification, created for order, and of the mother, that they inhabit the sky, exactly as when the god Izanagi no Mikoto bathed in the narrow estuary of a covered river with trees, permanently leafy in the South region. With all the respect from the depth of our hearts, we ask that they hear us. Such is the spirit that hears our intent with sharpened ears, together with spirits of the sky and the land. Take the badness, disasters, and sins, and purify all. Miroku Omikami, you bless us and protect us. Meishu Sama, you bless us and protect us. For expansion of our soul and the fulfillment of your will. And now I'll read our candle lighting prayer. Sarutahiko, great bright being, sweep the impurities from my being and purify my spirit. Grant me protection, grant me happiness, restore brightness to my soul, and give me guidance. Now please feel free to unmute and to greet one another with a sign of peace. Peace, everyone.
Peace, everybody.
Peace, our friends. Peace to everyone.
Peace, everyone.
Peace, everyone.
Oh, peace, everyone. Hello. So good
Yes.
to be here.
Yeah.
And now we'll join together to sing another song.
Oni wa soto, fuku wa uchi, ra, 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 mame no oto. Oni wa kosori nigete iku. Oni wa soto, fuku wa uchi, ra, 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 mame no oto. Hayaku iri fuku no kami. Oni wa soto, fuku wa uchi, ra, 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 mame no to. Oni wa kosori nigete iku. Oni wa soto, fuku wa uchi, ra, 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 mami no to. Hayaku iri fuku no kami. Oni wa soto, fuku wa uchi, ra, 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 mami no to. Oni wa kosori nigete iku. Oni wa soto, fuku wa uchi, ra, 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 mami no to. Hayaku iri fuku no kami.
Thank you, everyone. And now Carolyn has offered to read our joint affirmation today. So I'm just going to share that for you.
We come together in peace. We sing together in joy and with love. We worship together in one house, a house with names beyond number. Our paths are many, our beliefs are as leaves, and the tree that we cleave to is nourished by the light of compassion, justice, and mutual respect. May our lives, our beliefs, and our actions help to bring about the world of love we all seek, and let it begin here.
Thank you, Carolyn. Now is when we take some time to pray in our own homes and in our own ways. As always, there are so many people and causes that need our prayers. But this week, I want to remember the ongoing conflict in the Middle East. The US recently made strikes in Iraq and Syria. And so I want to pray for regional stability and a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas, as well as the safety and well-being of all civilians. I also want to remember the numerous other regions of the world suffering from violence and instability at this time, including Ukraine, Afghanistan, Sudan, Ethiopia, Libya, Venezuela, El Salvador, and many others. And so I invite you to think of all the causes or people that are weighing heavily on your hearts, as well as the joys that you want to celebrate, and bring them into your prayer this morning. Now we'll join together to sing another song. Thank you. That was so calming.
That was so beautiful. Thank you.
So we're always so grateful for your donations. Thank you so much. This allows us to meet our limited budget and to keep offering these services. Your continued support allows us to pay myself as the managing director, Bruce and Cheryl, who provide our lovely music, and our new digital marketing specialist, Sunaira, who's doing outreach to draw more young people into our community. So I'll put our donation page in the chat as well. Now we'll come together to sing another song.
From you I receive, to you I give. Together we share, and from this we live. From you I receive, to you I give. Together we share, and from this we live. From you I receive, to you I give. Together we share, and from this we live.
Thank you all so much. Now it's my joy to share a pre-recorded Shinto ceremony and talk from Reverend Lawrence Koichi Barrish. Lawrence is the licensed Guji, Shinto chief priest of Kanagara Earth Shinto in Kissimmee, Florida, and also an Aikido practitioner with 53 years of training and teaching experience. He built the Kanagara Shrine in Washington State in 1992 and gifted that shrine to Tsubaki America NPO in 2001. He then served as their chief priest until its closing in 2023. Lawrence was the first American and the second non-Japanese person to be licensed as a professional Shinto priest. As Kanagara Earth Shrine's schedule is completely full, Setsubun is actually the ceremony and practices today, February 3rd. So they're very busy. He offered to pre-record a special ceremony for us and a talk on Setsubun. He also answered some questions about Shinto rituals and shared his personal stories. So for those of you who can stay after the service, I'll play it then. He felt very strongly that the ceremony was the most important piece because Shinto is something that is very practical. So I'm excited to share this with you today, and I will do so now.
Minasama, konnichiwa. Welcome to Virtual Almighty Virtual Shrine Visit. Now before the short simplified Shinto ceremony is the Shubatsu, the preliminary purification. Mazu Shubatsu. Urayoke itadakimasu. Harai kotoba, sojon no gan wo go teito kudasai. Please bow slightly. Kiremma kwamma gashi koki dwanangi no okami. Tsugujina imagana da jivana no dwana wagi harani. 소게 하라에 탐마이 시도 긴네 아래 마생나 하라에 도나 감예 다제 모라 나마가고 덥스미 개가래 아람으오바 하라에 담마에 겸에 담마에 담마오서고다와 고시메세도 가시콤예 시콤미모모스 온노리오 그르사이. Thank you. Please straighten. This is called haregushi. Its meaning is to sweep aside obscuring vibration to purify. Will everyone please bow slightly for a moment and receive O harai? Orai itashimasu. Onnorio korosai. Thank you. Please straighten. Saishui painogi. Now to begin this ceremony, will everyone please follow me and bow once deeply? Thank you. Please straighten. Norito sojo. Now is the Shinto prayer. 祈りと訴状の願をご提供ください。Please bow slightly. おみわたかまのはらわてらししわしはらの中津くにわががやがしたんわじみなくのやはやりおがみだちはながら大名人うかのみたまの神おけたまさだびこの神やべおみやひめのみこと祈れ三座をはじめはいどのにわいまつる鬼のとこたちのみことみの村子のぐけさんの腹よはやたけむすんの神おまつ神くにず神やほよろずきほよろずな神々のとどきみたまをあくあがみょやまえけまこもがしこけしみのほいなりめそんがんながら地球神社の前に祝いのし神の神社神のしのつづじみょやのえがしこみえがしこみももさく常にも神らちのひるけあずきみだまのよごいもりまつるLiving in the faith sanctuaryのレチョル・ジョーンズをはじめ Living in the faith sanctuary もろとも人々はじめやそが言われども令和6年金のへたつ年三匹木税塾ひさらぎ二日今日のいぐいのだれどらびさらみてほらえたまえきょめたまえめごみたまえさきあえたまえてらしたまえ守り導けたまえすがすがしぐぞごにゃがみごとよごとあらしめたまえとしこみえがしこみももすうじゃれは神社仏教天上無休名本入場分の入人がじゃなく国津神稲荷三座大名人あらえたまえきょめたまえめごみたまえさきあえたまえ守り導けたまえ
오고산나 다나투모노 고고고 조조 세서도이부 고타나시 이노루 토코로 네가오 토코로 마마리 사케야의 탐마의 외나게미 타마 신토 가지 온노려 그르사이 thank you please straighten Neta chenai keramu namina kamina midamana yada tai aragama Oi narumi tamana huyanami karito goshana kaminari aragamu限りなき御霊の幸の働きとご眷属神旦那みやらがむ生ききて御霊の幸を身に向けてこの世の幸に働きまつるよらんなる祈りの心澄み渡り神の御国に参りのもらいThis is another type of harai. Please bow slightly for just a moment. 감미에 감미에 감bon 진동 이코한다 빛나의 떠나의 경미를 참모 이고도 요고도 배가 야마스가 나쁘진지노 장미 가라라 수고야 간미시대 가속의 지로 스라스라 식구와라 심의 타마이야라이 타마이 교미 타마이마 모하리 사티아의 타마이도 가지 고미 가지 고미 모하으 Onnorio Kursai. Thank you. Please straighten. Saishui Painogi. Now to close the ceremony, let's again together make one deep bow to Kami-sama. Please follow me and bow once deeply. Thank you. Please straighten. Thank you so very much to participate in this virtual ceremony. Now let's chat. So that was the simplified Shinto ceremony. Setsubun literally means season division. So in fact, there are 4 Setsubun during the year. But when you say Setsubun, Setsubun has come to mean February 3rd. So for everyone, it's really the beginning of spring. It's really this huge season division. Up until the modern era, Setsubun, which is according to the old solar calendar, before the modern era in Japan, an old calendar, Kyureki, was followed. And the Setsubun was essentially New Year's, was the opening of the year, and it still remains the astrological opening of the year, although people generally don't know that. Japanese people generally don't know that. It's kind of obscure knowledge, So one way we can view it is that on the Gregorian New Year's, January 1st, which is, of course, a huge thing in Japanese culture, it's kind of the space between January 1st and February 3rd is kind of all New Year's season. It's kind of astrologically, it's the cusp between the various influences of the previous year and the year that's coming into being. And now that we're reaching Setsubun, that means that that process is completed and we have fully entered the new year. Mame maki. Mame maki means to throw soybeans. And so probably for most people in Japan, kind of thinking of a Setsubun is it's a kind of fun time to scatter soybeans and go outside your house. Usually families are throwing soybeans at dad who's wearing an oni mask, and they're yelling oni wa soto, ga, ga, and then throwing soybeans towards the house, saying fuku wa uchi, fuku wa uchi. Oni wa soto means a kind of demon out, or this kind of oni is a kind of a demon. Interestingly enough, oni were only associated with Setsubun from around the year 700. Before that, it just really meant a kind of negative influence. So it's kind of evil, misfortune. So basically, the reality of Setsubun is the ki equinox. So there are many stages of ki, but when we think of and ki is like chi or vital essence energy kind of stuff. And the 2 most basic cases are
after the creation of the universe, there was the Big Bang, and things then started to so everything came into being an infinitesimally small dot, and then things started to expand, and there was a just energy. There was just energy. There was before gravity, before light, before heat, before anything. It was just undifferentiated energy. Then at some point things began to separate, kind of like a parfait or a Guinness. so things that are light are beginning to rise up, and things that are heavy are beginning to settle. And so those are the two basic stages of energy. So there's ki rising and ki congealing. And Setsubun, the real meaning of Setsubun is the ki equinox. It's considered to be literally the key pivot point between the season of the winter season, when things are in the process of closing down and congealing, and then like seeds are underground and germinating, but life is not apparent. It's all really withdrawn and underground. And then the key switches and it bursts forth. And so the exact equinox is Setsubun.
Okay, so I have a lot of gratitude to Reverend Barrish, who took time out of his very busy schedule to prepare this for us yesterday. And I do, as I mentioned earlier, have more questions and answers from him. He's very knowledgeable about Shinto and shared his personal story as well. But in the interest of time, I'm going to play those after the service for anyone who'd like to stay. So we'll join together in one more song, and then I'll end with a closing prayer. Thank you so much for that beautiful song. So I'll just say our closing prayer. As we sit at this powerful pivot point between winter and spring, may we release the energy of those things that no longer serve us and welcome the new and vital flowering of goodness to come. May we remember to engage in our spiritual practices and to put them first in the complicated busyness of our daily lives. May we always remember our connection to nature and to revere the divine imbued in everything that surrounds us. Amen.